here today to talk to you about the crisis. Okay, okay, wipe that look off your faces. I know you've heard it 1,000 times. But I'm not referring to the financial crisis. I'm referring to the other crisis. You know what I mean. The midlife crisis. Did you know the Chinese character meaning crisis consists of 2 symbols? One signifying danger and the other opportunity. A crisis is uncharted territory, so to speak, as new and threatening as the New World must have seemed to the early European explorers, although it has absolutely nothing to do with the Earth being flat. This crisis, midlife crisis, may be overwhelming to the person experiencing it. It usually occurs at the exact moment when a man or woman realizes that life has a beginning, a middle, and end, and that somewhere midway, he or she are terminally caught. This often forces a serious review as seen through the eyes of the person who may now need glasses or other middle-age accessories. Our main speaker will now enlighten us on what men go through during the life crisis.
Oh, that's cute.
Tired, bored, thinking about, or already having an affair, making dramatic changes in your personal style and appearance? If your answers are yes to almost to these questions, then you're probably going through your midlife crisis. What exactly is midlife crisis? A midlife crisis is a period of personal emotional turmoil and coping challenges that some people encounter when they reach middle age, accompanied by the desire for change in their lives, which is brought on by fears and anxieties about growing older. Sports cars, hair pieces, broken the cradle and running away. Sure, they're cliche, but if these images leap into your mind when you hear the words midlife crisis, you're not alone. The thing about cliches, though, is that they're most based in fact. In the audience today, we may have some 40-somethings who have already been through this midlife crisis, and some who are currently living through it. As for the rest of us, there will probably come a time when we'll have to face the stage of feeling confused, distressed, unsure of our life expectations, questioning, wondering ourselves, how did this time go by so quickly? Why do I have gray hair? Where did all those wrinkles come from? When did I gain so much weight? Okay, believe it or not, midlife crisis affects men more than women. Ladies, picture this. Your husband is turning 40, and the next thing you know, you find your man sitting comfortably on a brand new Harley Davidson, boom, boom, while he has that overconfident look on his face. And to add insult to injury, he now had a drastic makeover. And to be totally honest, it does not suit him at all. You now feel almost certain that you're going to confuse your husband with your son. And that's when you know your husband is going through his midlife crisis. But hold on a minute. Once reality has set in, the anger and the confusion transforms into acceptance. Acceptance of what you are, of your age, and how you live your life. So as I said, in the audience today, we may have some 40-somethings who have already been through this crisis, and some who are currently living through it. Are you going through your midlife crisis? Magazines? What are you reading here? Okay, tough luck. But does everyone go through this midlife crisis? Surely it depends on every person's individual character, and unique situation. A man's midlife crisis can start about 35 years of age and go on until 50. Men's midlife crisis is mostly driven by work and career ambitions, rather than the flight of their children, which is the case of women. Statistics related to the causes of midlife crisis indicate that problems at work and financial concerns are the main culprits. Other important causes are relationship breakdowns and comparing yourself and success, or lack thereof, with your parents, colleagues, and family, resulting in disappointment. I would like to end up by sharing this true story with you. Last week, I overheard my dad's friend chatting about his marriage. He has been married for 25 years now. He took a look at his wife one day and said, "Honey, 25 years ago, we used to live in a cheap apartment, drive a cheap car, slept on a sofa bed, and watched a 10-inch black and white TV. But I got to sleep with a hot 25-year-old blonde every night. Now, we have a big house, a nice car, a nice bed, a big screen TV, but I go to bed with a 50-year-old woman every night." Now, he felt that she was not holding her side of the bargain. His wife, who is a very reasonable woman, told him to go out and find a hot 25-year-old blonde, and she would make sure that once again, he would be living in a cheap apartment, driving a cheap car, and sleeping on a sofa bed. So, trust women to always have the last say.
To a shocking conclusion. My dad is going through a midlife crisis. Not only is he constantly borrowing my clothes, odd, but he now has a burning desire to own a BMW convertible. Oh, and by the way, he also has the audacity to blame my sister, who is 6. He has to have the so-called BMW convertible because she wants a so-called Barbie car. A convertible, and no, it doesn't have to be pink. And I have to wonder, is my mom going to raid my sister's cupboards? That would be disturbing. Harry Lau, our supporting speaker, will now warn us about the danger signs to look out for.
It may in fact be proven that men do indeed go through so-called midlife crisis more often than women. I do, however, urge all of you to take a closer look at this matter. For in my opinion, women are far worse during this period of downfall. I'm sure all men and any non-feminist women in the audience will agree. Men are simple and only need simple things. It's possible that all your man needs to overcome this crisis is simply some alone time. In fact, your women may be the root of the problem after all. Go ahead, point the finger, call me a sexist. I'm living it firsthand with my mother. However, it is very important to understand that every woman is different. Every woman is special. And as special as it may be, each woman may react differently to this. Consider your everyday housewife. Midlife crisis can be caused by a number of reasons. Most commonly, aging, and a combination of changes in relationship with their spouse, children growing up and eventually leaving the nest, death or old age of parents, or some kind of other physical change in their bodies. As a female of our species, there are certain signs to look out for in order to recognize midlife crisis, such as when going to the doctor. You realize you're so old, you now have to pay someone to see you naked. Seriously, a sign to look out for, and this should come with a health warning to us, the male of the species, is when our gentle, loving female partners go a little crazy. Oh my goodness. I've just had the most horrifying thought. My mother, plastered with makeup, just a teenager. Embarrassing. Then again, some people have the tendency to find that attractive. After all, it is not surprising for a woman at this age. My mother's age, which by the way, I have no idea of, as every year she seems to be turning 21. Date younger men, much younger men. Surely even women are smart enough to understand that if they're seeing somebody 20 years younger, they're going to look like idiots. Take the example of the Queen of Pop, Madonna, age 51. Or should I say Queen of Toy Boys and her new Brazilian boyfriend, age 22, who apparently helps the Asian Queen of Pop in her eternal quest to be young. Did you know that Jesus became a Scientologist? Yes, Madonna converted her new toy boy boyfriend, Jesus Loves, into Scientology. Why not? After all kids go to church with their parents, don't they? I know they say love is blind, but this is ridiculous. Call me old-fashioned, but to me, this doesn't seem right. Well, I suppose it's when you realize midlife crisis is knocking on your door. Truth is, midlife crisis can be challenging, and dealing with it is a whole different science. It is therefore essential to prepare ourselves for its forthcoming, especially you ladies.
Wow, Harry, you're treading on dangerous ground. I just come to another shocking conclusion. My mom is going through a midlife crisis. She never leaves the house without makeup on, which would be normal, but you have to understand that in the 16 years that I've known her, she has never worn makeup. Now suddenly, she spends hours in front of the mirror, applying all that gunk to her face. Mom, you don't need it all. You're beautiful just the way you are. In Kali's Manila, I propose a vote of thanks. We'll now conclude our interesting journey.
Things in life, handling a crisis, will depend a great deal on one's attitude. The glass is either half full or half empty. I remember an old story about a boy that was once thrown into a huge pan of manure. He turned hopefully to his father and said, "There must be a pony in here somewhere." The glass should be half full for everyone, though for some of us it will never be. I have found my pony, though there are some days that I just see that huge pan of manure appear right in front of me. I have learned a lot throughout this process. If anything, I now understand my parents better. I always hear them saying, "It's just a phase, he'll grow out of it soon." Well, hopefully they will grow out of this phase quickly. I would like to thank all of the members of my team, and a big thank to you, the Rotary Club of Limassol, for giving us the opportunity to research this topic, which has resulted in understanding our parents' strange behavior.